Okay. Now, oh, where was I at? Let's start way down here. Looking for a yellow-brown Folsom Point. It's yellowish brown and glassy. Okay, this here is the second time I have found a stone shaped exactly like this. And I think they were using this as this as something to make sparks with to light a fire. If they bang this on a like this, but you do that on a, if you did that on flint or something, it might cause sparks and light a fire. No, this is soft. That just chipped there, and that was only on shale. Maybe perhaps there is another meaning to this stone. To look at it, it looks like this. Could that be a symbol of a turtle? It might be. Yeah. Now these, this here kimberlite igneous stone is the one they would make sparks with. Two pieces of flint or a piece of flint and this is what you would get a spark off of. The flint would cause a spark off the kimberlite. And they probably discovered that by banging those stones together during darkness. Well, this would have been a Folsom Point or Archaic Woodland Point. Very old. In the 10,000 year range. They had to finish it out though by knocking this edge, taking that edge off. I think I saw that stone before. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I saw this point before too. Yes. Oh my, it's coming back. I am so close to that Folsom Point. It's like, well, what's this? Oh, that's interesting. That's the most interesting piece of igneous stone I've seen yet. All except for the one where I found the fossil track in. But this is the second most interesting one. Talk about abstract art. Okay. Here. Now. Well, I might have enough time to do this. If not, I can come back down tomorrow. What the heck is that? That's an effigy stone. It's an effigy stone if I ever saw one. A bird head. It is the effigy of a bird head. That is a nice little arrowhead. This was late Upper Neolithic period. Yeah, maybe even younger than that. kimberlite stuff. Okay. Oh, sorry, crab. Oh. Now, this was used as something. They even got the, yeah. I'm going to hazard a guess this was a knapping tool. It was a hand tool, yep. Okay. Oh, I'm sure I searched over this. I think there's a biface or a plano. It's pretty big. This might even have been a ceremonial point. I don't know. Because their ceremonial points were actually huge. They were overly large arrow points, some of them 2 feet long, and they were used only in, well, I'd say this was a biface, yes. They would have had something like that for ceremonial purposes, and I think they did. This here is that kimberlite igneous stone. Oh yeah, I looked at it. I remember looking at it already. Oh, where would... Oh, I can't believe the tide would take that other point away. Ooh, that's one huge cutting tool. Another point. Archaic, of course. Are there? That was another cutting tool. Yes, Krabby, I see ya. I'll get you covered up. There you go. Have a good sleep. Now this here is pretty small, but I can tell it was hand rubbed this way and rubbed down both sides. I'm just trying to think of what kind of tool it would be. Hard to say, maybe a chisel, an adze. Hard to say. What's this? The seagull had a feast. Yeah. Now that was something. A tiny bit of mud in there. Almost took my boot off. I think, yeah, I saw this the other day. I think it's an accident. Well, this wasn't an accident. The tip is broken off this way. There used to be a point. That's just an old brick. What it's doing out here, oh, I don't know. There's the other biface. This was a falsum point, yeah. Oh my God, to think they would have used a hunting weapon like this against a short-faced bear. Yeah, that would have been scary. That really would have been scary. Well, I'm sure they developed their ways of bear hunting. Now I know in Africa they would bait lions into attacking. African hunters would bait lions into attacking them. In other words, send someone out to pelt the lion with rocks and pester it to death until it got mad as hell, and then it would go after the hunter, and it would end up getting spared to death. Now, this was the same with bears. I'll say Aboriginal people, from what I know, used to track down bears in the winter, find them sleeping, kill them. But if it was any other season and the bear was awake, they would somehow bait the bear in a deadfall trap, or bait the bear to come charge them, and then they would set up some spears or something for the bear to impale itself on. That's just some of the techniques. The Eskimos, Paleo Eskimos included, well, I don't know about the Paleo Eskimos, but I know the post-contact Eskimos were using little strips of metal that they bent up, and they put it into little balls of food, and when the bear ate the food, that dissolved, the metal straightened out, and they just followed that bear until it died from the internal wounds caused by the metal that straightened out. Yep, that would have been a terrible way for the bear to die, of course, but that's just one method. Well, and the other method, of course, was with the arrow point, or lateral point, or spear point. Yeah. Yep. Upper Neolithic period point. Yes, indeed. This was too small for a spear, too big for an arrow. I will say this was for an lateral arrow. Huh. A seal effigy or a bear effigy? I don't know. I'm just going to get the image. I'll say a bear effigy. That is unique. Oh yeah, I can tell the tide's coming up. Well, this used to be something. Both ends of this were worked. It was used as a cutting tool, a It's too slim to be in ads. I think it was like used as a carving tool to be held in the hand. This is an unfinished point. Or maybe the point was finished. We'll call that a stemmed point. And it was most likely late Archaic. Late Archaic as in within 35,000 years. Okay. I don't know why that Folsom Point is being so elusive. I'm not that far away from where I found it. Yeah. Well, let's make a point of that. Archaic points. I don't know. More points. Oh, sorry, crab. There. Well, there's another upper Neolithic point.